Animals, both wild and domesticated, have a reputation for being curious, clever, and sometimes downright mischievous. Their natural instincts often lead them to explore and borrow things that they probably shouldn't. Whether it's a pet snatching a sock or a clever crow stealing shiny objects, animals have been known to get into all sorts of odd situations. Here are the top 10 weirdest things animals have stolen, proving that sometimes they have a knack for mischief we can't help but laugh at. 1. A baby's diaper. In a bizarre case in South Africa, a baboon managed to sneak into a family's home and steal a baby's diaper. While it might sound gross, the baboon seemed to find it fascinating. The diaper was found hanging from a nearby tree after the baboon had played with it. Talk about an unexpected souvenir. 2. A giant pizza. In an unusual incident in Italy, a seagull managed to steal a whole pizza right off a table in a public square. Tourists watched in disbelief as the bird swooped down, grabbed the pizza, and flew off with it, leaving a group of unsuspecting diners in shock. It turns out, seagulls can't resist a good slice. 3. A wedding ring. A magpie in Australia became infamous for stealing wedding rings from unsuspecting owners. This clever bird has a thing for shiny objects, and it's been known to snatch rings off of people's fingers and then stash them in hidden nests. Authorities were so concerned about the ring-stealing antics that they issued a warning to local residents. 4. A computer mouse. In a funny case of animal mischief, a dog in the UK was found to have stolen a computer mouse. The dog had carried it off into a hidden corner of the house, probably thinking it was a chew toy. The mouse wasn't used for anything other than a good old-fashioned game of fetch. 5. A prosthetic leg. In one of the most bizarre thefts ever recorded, a dog in the US managed to steal a prosthetic leg. The dog's owner had left the prosthetic outside for a few minutes, and when they returned, the leg was nowhere to be found. It turned out the dog had run off with it and hidden it in their favorite play area. The owner later found it, but it was an odd moment to say the least. 6. A pair of underwear. One of the classic and funniest things a pet might steal is a pair of underwear. Dogs, in particular, have been known to sneak away with socks or undergarments and take them to their secret hiding spots. Some have even chewed on them. It's not the usual, fetch the ball, scenario, but it's one that never fails to make people laugh. 7. A hairbrush. A raccoon in the US was caught stealing a hairbrush from a campsite. The raccoon, known for its habit of scavenging items from campers, had apparently become fond of brushing its fur with the stolen hairbrush. It was found sitting in the woods, proudly holding onto its new grooming tool. 8. A cactus. A group of curious goats in Spain made headlines when they were seen stealing a cactus plant from a farm. These goats weren't just nibbling on the cactus, they were carrying the entire plant off to their secret grazing spot. It's not the most appetizing plant for an animal, but goats are known for their quirky tastes. 9. A toilet seat. A local fox in London became notorious for its strange taste in stolen goods when it snatched a toilet seat from an outdoor garden. The fox made off with the item and used it as a nest in its den. It's unclear what the fox intended to do with the seat, but it certainly raised eyebrows among neighbors. 10. A traffic cone. In a quirky display of animal behavior, a raccoon in Canada was caught dragging a traffic cone through a neighborhood. The raccoon had found the cone on a construction site and decided to take it home. No one really knows why the raccoon was so fond of the cone, but it certainly became a local legend. From baby diapers to traffic cones, animals have shown that they're not afraid to get a little creative when it comes to stealing. Whether it's a curious crow, a mischievous dog, or a resourceful raccoon, the world of animal thievery is full of bizarre surprises. These strange and funny thefts remind us that animals have their own unique ways of interacting with the world around them, often leaving us with a good story to tell.